The following program was produced or sponsored by a community member. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the producer and do not reflect those of Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or your cable provider. MATV welcomes your comments. Please call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
I'll play off of you.
Welcome to this Saturday's MNBL action. I am your host, Brad with Benton, sitting alongside the principal of Malden High School, Dana Brown, in the Heezy for Sheezy, in Lake Casa. Everything you want to know. He's in the tent. He's in the igloo. He's just in the house. And we got the Lakers versus the Sixers, the defending champions. The Lakers are in a tie for second place with the Sonics. On the camera is Go Ref Go. And the Lakers are early 0 for 2 in their shooting. Welcome, Dana.
Well, thank you for having me. This is exciting to be here on a winter afternoon and watch many of the Malden High School kids go up and down the court.
As well as Malden Catholic.
And Malden
Northeast
Catholic.
Vocational.
I see my friend Mr. Hickey from the Voc. Right?
Yes. The Hickeys have been around the MNBL for a long time.
A long time.
The Kings actually drafted the first Hickey, Ryan Hickey, almost 10 years ago, and then they took the younger brother Kevin, who is older than Sean, 3 years later to keep the tradition going. They went to take Sean Hickey 2 years ago, but the Sixers went up and swooped him. At the line, Donnell Bailey, former Malden High School basketball star, now playing for the MNBL Lakers.
Donnell's a very, very good athlete. He was a very good football player, too.
I did not know he played football.
He sustained an injury early in his career at Malden High School, a very serious injury.
Jimmy Nguyen feeling it, hits his second attempt at three.
Jimmy, who is also Malden High's #1 super fan at all of our home basketball games.
Well, he has no life. He has nowhere else to go. And he pulls down a nice board. We love Jimmy down here. He's probably one of the nicest kids.
Jimmy
smiles all the time and a very good sense of humor.
Jimmy's a great kid, senior at Malden High School. He'll be leaving us this year, but I'm sure he'll be back to root on all of his classmates and teammates.
Should make him Nedlam.
That's a good plan. We have a tournament game upcoming Tuesday night. Perhaps Jimmy will forego his blue and gold hair and big golden tornado finger and be Nedlam instead.
Does he do that? Does he do the golden blue hair?
He is legitimately Malden High's #1 super fan.
I have to get a photo of that.
He's crazy. He's been asked to leave a couple of basketball games too, but that's another story.
Yeah, well, he does get loud. Once he comes out of the game and he sits on the bench, you're going to hear him. He'll be complaining about calls. He'll be complaining. There's a travel. Sean Hickey was ready to power up and tomahawk dunk, but he got called for the travel.
A formidable inside presence for the Sixers.
And he's a football athlete.
Sure.
For the Vokes. Big boy plays in the middle, I believe, on the line. He loves his football. On the bench, we see a football athlete from Malden High. Nice pass to 40 down low from Bailey. Derek Solis.
Dickie Solis
is on the Sixers.
Is in the house.
Big kid. First year sophomore, eligible for 3 years here. But you never know with the size of him. Malden High might say, hey, you want to play basketball?
Yep. Nice kid. He's always has something positive to say at Malden High School. He's doing a good job academically this year, and he's been spotted in the weight room the last couple of weeks.
Well, that's good. I heard he needs to because there's a young athlete named Aaron Samano who's pushing 3 plates at 450. Plays for the MNBL Bullets.
Aaron Samano is a great kid,
He's a man beast.
Great student athlete, and
nice pass to Wenzu. Blows the bunny, but 40 years there to clean it up.
And
his mama Kim wouldn't have done any better than that. Well, she might have dunked it, but that's another story.
Speaking of Aaron Samano, he had mail in the school mail the other day from no other than Stanford University. So they were on to him early, and He's
Now they're
only
considered Ivy, right?
he's only 15,
He is a big boy at 15.
and
We know his father, Michael, very well down here at the MNBL.
wow,
40 years there to clean it up again, making his mama proud.
the Lake is just
That ain't nothing
dominating,
negative. She can't hit me yet.
dominating on the boards with their 3 inside players. Very athletic, very active.
Newcomer Santini to the Sixers. Not too sure about this young Santini. I'm sure there's a few players out here you don't recognize or know. But Santini was eligible, I believe, 2 years ago, but he was a freshman, which made him ineligible to play him in the MNBL. You have to be in the 10th grade.
Right.
He signed up. The Sixers drafted him. He ended up showing up a few weeks ago, saying, you know, can I play? And dude, the league already, you know, the season's already started. The team already played 7 games, but the Sixers were going nowhere. They only had 2 wins. They traded away their best 2 players, and they knew they were just going to be in the basement. So I guess Kenny Johnson okayed it and said, since he is your property, you can bring him on. So that is the story with number 23 of the Sixers,
Well,
Mr. Santini. And 40, yeah, oh, misses that one. Escobar with a nice block, but they're calling the foul.
again, the Lake is very active on the boards. Billy Hurley, a pretty good athlete, had a nice football season from Malden High School. And
Opted not to play Malden High basketball this year.
opted not to play this year.
The Lakers are a much taller team. Well, now that Dickey's in there, it kind of helps their case. Sammy Jean, 3-year senior, up to Blake Coughlin, first-year junior. I mean, I'm sorry, that's Santini. That's Carlos Escobar.
Yeah, Carlos is another Malden High kid. Very friendly, very helpful around the school. Jimmy Nguyen.
That's a second 3.
Off, he did
No,
not
he wanted
call
4
glass.
points for that. He called glass. He gives, give me 4.
In the old Malden YMCA days, that would not have counted. He didn't call glass, so we would have foregone that shot.
So we have an 8-7 Sixer lead. Very surprising. Now, myself, Fred with Benton, I always like the numbers, so I'm going by the numbers, and let's see what we have for who's favored and who's not today. I'm guessing the Lakers are favored. Sixers only have 2 wins. Lakers have 6. But going by the numbers,
Blake Coughlin with a fine turnaround move. Nice lefty hook underneath the basket. That was a great move.
who does the stats? They blew them this week. They misplaced them. Oh, that was me. The Lakers are not even a full point favor over the Sixers by the number, by scoring per game. 45.9 to 45.6. That is John De Oliveira, the import out of Brazil, missing the bunny. First-year junior.
Johnny Vilsaint coming back the other end.
Johnny Vilsaint, very hard-nosed defensive player for the Lakers. 40 misses another layup. He's got to learn to use that glass a little better.
Wow, Jimmy Nguyen.
Jimmy tried to do some man stuff, and he went down there against the big boy, Billy Hurley. And Hurley said, I must protect my house.
Johnny Vilsaint for the Lakers, his real sport is soccer. He was a GBL All-Star this year from Malden High School.
I was going to say, he
had
does
a
look
fine,
like a soccer athlete.
He had a fine year for us.
He doesn't get tired, does he?
And that includes his mouth as well as his legs.
I was going to mention that, too, because his mouth seems to be running as much as his feet.
He's Malden High School's best senior talker. Trash and otherwise.
There you go. He does that well down here, too. Bailey, one of the top 10 free throw shooters in the league.
Donnell really has a beautiful stroke. When you watch him shoot the ball, he's got great form. It's very smooth and natural.
He does, and it's surprising because he's not a very good outside shooter, but his form is very nice, and it should be going in. It's just not falling. De Oliveira, who's been popping some deep shots lately, misses that one.
Nice shot.
Very skinny, young athlete, first-year junior. His real name is Joa. He prefers John.
Oh,
nice pass to Almeida, who blows the bunny.
great pass by Donnell Bailey. Nice look-away pass. Another nice pass.
Behind the
Coming
back
the
is
other
Blake
way.
Coughlin. Escobar, nice fake. Good fake to Dickey. Didn't even look at the rim. Oh, he was passing it. Okay, my fault. Carlos Escobar moving the ball around. Blake Coughlin, another southpaw here in the MNBL. It's the most lefties we've had all season, any season. Almeida blows the bunny.
The Lakers as a team really don't like to use the backboard, and I think it's hurt them a little bit today. They have 4 or 5 uncontested layups where the ball's rolled around the rim and out.
Oh, easily.
Had they used the glass, they might have gone in.
And the Sixers are relying too much on the three. They
Long
have a lead.
threes.
They should just keep going in.
Threes.
I think they've taken at least 5 or 6 threes. 1 minute left in the first.
Now, there you go. There's a case of using the glass. Donnell Bailey slithers through the defense and fine move. Using his left hand, by the way.
Donnell Bailey, I voted as one of the smoothest finishers in the MNBL this season. I like to pick 3 people every year
Yeah, he's a good.
who just doesn't miss their layups, and he's one of my 3.
He's a good athlete.
Okay, let's see what
A
we
little
have.
bit disjointed today with the no clock.
Yeah, it's kind of throwing us off. It's under a minute.
And the score not up on the scoreboard, but it hasn't stopped the kids from flying up and down the court. They're working hard.
Well, I heard a slap. No call. 30 seconds.
The coach going to come up and yell out the time, help his teammates here.
This coach, Beanie Amos of the Lakers, is quite loud. Stanton misses the layup. Does use the backboard, but Big Dickey standing there. And that's the end of the first quarter, and we have a 11-10 lead by the Lakers, I guess.
I think it's 10-10. I'm not sure. Is that 10? 10-10.
10-10. That's a combo of 20 at the end of the first.
And I think that's an appropriate score for this quarter. 10-10.
Ken Mazonson doing his best not to hurt his wrist as he turns over the scores. They just dropped it. It's over. I think he just herniated a disc or something.
And if I were a betting man, I would say there's a full moon, the way things are going today. The clock doesn't work. They had problems with the video setup. The manual scoreboard is now broken.
Yep.
The teams have missed probably 8 to 10 combined layups.
And as well as 5 3-pointers. I'm going to blame one person only. Ref Dave.
Wow.
He's the non-handsome man out there by the free throw line on the left side. Okay. See, he's bumping into players. I think he's drunk.
I'm sure I'll share some of the blame because typical.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
get
showing
blamed
up
for
kind of
most,
through everything.
right,
I heard that. You have
Ooh,
like a
double
black cat
dribble,
in
he
your
missed
front porch. Nice pass from Bill Saint to Almeida. Will he hit this one?
Oh.
And of course not. He's 0 for 2 on open layups.
Strange way to go opposite with your wrong hand. He had a breakaway right-handed layup. Could have used
he is
the
a
glass.
lefty. But what he should have done, another dribble would have helped his case. Pulled up 3 feet before he even hit the rim and tried to go underneath.
I suppose when nice inside look, Sean Hickey really wasn't
And he dropped his glasses
paying
again.
attention, but that was a great inside pass.
Escobar's trying. He's getting it to Dickey. He's getting it to Sean. And they're just not falling.
Nice move. Mr. Joseph throws up a nice...
Josa Joseph, second-year junior for the Lakers. Human dynamo. He's another one who's just quick on his feet, doesn't get tired. Sixers throw the ball away, a little too high for Mr. D'Oliveira. He's a fantastic soccer player.
He is. He is.
About 5 more minutes. There goes D'Oliveira. Good quick hands, a very good dribbler. Nice pass.
Nice inside
Sammy
pass.
Jean.
Sammy Jean can't finish.
Never could.
Again, very difficult. Casey Staten wisely decides to give it up.
Is it Staten or Staten? I don't know.
Well,
I'm asking you. You know him better than me.
I've used Staten, and he's never
Okay.
never disputed it, so I'm going to go with that.
That's fine. So Staten it is.
That's true, too.
Yeah, it is Staten.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
So there's my...
Coach Amos, one of the more electric head coaches here in the league.
There's one...
Nice. There goes Bill Saint with his speed.
Blake Coughlin can't get his hands on that one. Probably not a good time to mention that I beat Blake in one-on-one 2 weeks ago at Malden High School.
That was a perfect time, please.
So
did you break his ankles on the crossover?
I did.
Okay.
Well, it was an interesting dialogue before and after the game. After I made about 6 straight threes, he complained that all I could do was shoot. And I said, well, thank you for that. And
that's what they always say.
he wanted me to drive, and I didn't feel the need.
Yeah, if you're hitting, why should you drive? Why exert yourself?
So it was an 11-4 final, and he's calling for a rematch. So one of these days I'll go back down into the gym.
Maybe. No, you do. You let him get first shot.
It wasn't really ever close from the beginning, but
yeah.
that's a backcourt call that they missed. But
yeah, well, the Blake is a very vocal person down here in the MNBL. Tends to get very agitated quickly. While we're talking about Blake Coughlin and making fun of him, let's
look at his stats.
Let's look
sure.
at his stats, shall we? Blake Coughlin is the 3rd leading scorer for the Sixers, not the number 1.
Okay.
He's averaging.
What's he averaging?
Where is he? 6 points exactly a game. At the free throw line, he's better than average, 52.4. Staten takes it hard to the floor, first-year sophomore.
That's an easy call for the official, right in front of him.
Substitution comes in. Kevin Alacon comes in for Mike Almeida.
Mike walking off with a little bit of a sour look. Not too happy with his play, I don't believe, today. Missed a couple of layups, and I'm sure that's frustrating for him. He had 2 great opportunities. Casey Staten throws it up over his head.
And Wen Zhu with a nice tap to himself over Dickey.
Wen Zhu is an interesting kid. I think if he had started playing basketball a little bit earlier in his adolescence, he might have been able to play at the high school level. He's a pretty good athlete, and he's not a bad basketball player.
No, not at all.
I just think he started a little too late.
He was the number 1 pick for the Lakers last season. He's a second-year senior. He's their best all-around player on the team. Best outside shooter. Has very good form. A lot of perimeter shooting, not a three-point shooter at all. He doesn't shoot him either. He knows his range. If he shoots, it's a very rare occurrence.
Another substitution for the Lakers, Casey
Sean
Staten
Fortier,
coming up.
probably
Sean
the hottest
Fortier,
player down low. Never gives up, second-year junior. Good upbringing. His mother would hurt me if I didn't say that. Great rebounder. He will die for any ball on the floor. Kevin Alacon, first-year sophomore, I believe. Joseph. They're going with the small backcourt. Bill Saint didn't use the glass like you. Maybe you should play him one-on-one.
I think Johnny knows better.
He's scared.
And I'd never play Johnny in soccer either. That's a nice,
your limits.
Nice move.
Hurley coming back in, tucking his shirt like a good athlete should.
Billy Hurley.
I guess he's coming in for Wen, who committed the foul. Yep.
Billy Hurley, who missed most of his junior year at Malden High School in football, and then came back and started every game as a senior. Both ways. Had a fine season.
What did he play on defense?
He was a defensive tackle, defensive end, and offensive tackle, and just had a good season.
He's got good timing here. He blocks a lot of shots. His feet are pretty solid. Times all his blocks well. Gets a lot of rebounds. Not really too many people his size in this league anyway. Good
Nice,
follow.
nice follow.
No, blocked by Escobar. And there goes Santini. Cross-court, dangerous pass. Well, Sammy was trying to get it to
Sammy,
Dickey, but
too much,
missed it.
too much razzle-dazzle and not enough fundamental basketball.
And then what does he do? He pouts the other way as the Lakers are running. One thing you hate. Jorsa, nice shot. Good defense right there. 40-year again.
40-year. Finally uses the glass, and he gets his hard-earned 2 points off a nice pass.
He's got, I believe, 6 so far.
But that's the
Out
value
the
of
18 points.
That's the value of using the glass. It's really hard to miss when you.
Alicona Joseph. This is a foot race. Even speed there, but De Oliveira, weird defense he played there, but luckily Joseph missed. The height advantage. Ooh, he didn't use it. Joseph using it. And there's 40-year again.
He's what we used to call in the old days the garbage player. Just picks up everything around the basket and converts. That's every team
needs,
yeah,
there you go.
Stole the words. Every
Nice.
team needs one, and that's how you win championships or go pretty far in the playoffs. When you have a guy like him. So.
Well, it looks like they're going.
Wow.
Andy Robinson
Wow.
getting out of control. Oh, and he's yelling
Andy
at Coach
Robinson.
Amos. Oh, Coach Amos.
Wow.
Now, Andy Robinson was a little
Wow.
louder than Coach Amos, and now he's trying to restrain him. Now, Go Ref Go made up a good point earlier. The contrast in head coaching styles. Coach Amos, very loud, very animated, characteristic, if you will. And then we got Cliff Williams of the Sixers, the defending champion. Barely speaks. Sometimes we have to check a pulse to see if he's alive still. It's just a totally different person. Early with a one-handed set shot, no good. We have a 20-11 score late in the second quarter. We don't know the time exact. 2 minutes.
Another substitution. Yeah, this was 10-10 at the start of the quarter, and it's quickly getting away from the Sixers.
20-11, yes.
20-11. So
10-1 outscore.
10-1.
Another three by the
And,
Sixers missed.
I think that's a second or third air ball three. So at this pace,
Jorsa with the good pickup. Back to Alicon. Over to Bailey, cross court. Takes the three.
like the ball movement on the Lakers, very unselfish, looking to move the ball around, get a guy a good shot, and Donnell Bailey makes a nice form three. Took his time.
Oh, off Coughlin's foot, and Jorsa's going to pick that up. He's got a 3-on-1.
Oh,
Keeps
nice
it.
move.
Beautiful move. Lakers are running away now, 25-11.
25-11. They're on a 15-1 second quarter roll here, and this doesn't look like
Oh, Coughlin
Blake
with
Coughlin.
foul. Nice pass by Escobar down low inside to Coughlin. Coughlin not on his power side. He's a lefty, so he's on the wrong side of the rim.
Have to give Escobar some credit, though. He's looking for the open man today. Hasn't taken too many shots himself.
He's not a big scorer for this team, but he's the quarterback.
One of the problems I see, though, early here is that not everybody is ready for his passes, so I think sometimes that's a problem.
Escobar is only averaging just under 4, 3.9. But he's the point guard, so you don't really score a lot unless you're, Magic Johnson. Alicon. There goes De Oliveira. 3-on-2 break. Goes to the middle. Smart. Nice pass to Santini. No glass. Good save. Fortier picks it up. Good solid hands. Up to Hurley. Good stop. Ooh, no call.
Wow.
And Coach Amos asking for the
I
foul.
think three coaches.
We
three
need the coaches to
up
just
now.
be seated here on the Lakers. Will the Thrill trying to calm everyone down, and he's the Thrill.
I'd be shocked if there wasn't a technical issue here soon. The animated coaches for the Lakers out of the coaches' box, down the sidelines, up on the court.
Nelson Santini, that's his name, Nelson.
Nelson Santini.
Well, Bailey, nice pass to Alicon, but it wasn't there.
Timeout called.
And Reverend Bernard Stroud, no longer bishop, was ordained this past year, I should say. Reverend Bernard Stroud trying to keep everyone in contact, but for a reverend, he has a temper. He tends to yell.
This really is an intriguing coaching staff for the Lakers. Each one of them is dealing with a player. Coach Stroud is in Billy Hurley's grill, as they say.
Yeah, right in the mug, yo. I'm down, with the hip hop. I'm down with Brown, and it's Dana. Well, I can't throw some limericks out. I mean, I'm funky, fresh in the flesh. Like that's from the '80s. And there goes Coach Amos asking him. Yes.
Down with the 4-1-1.
There it is. Beat that, yo. 25-14. Very close to the end of the first half.
So the Lakers on a 15-4 second quarter run to blow open a 10-10 tie, and the coaches are still animated. I think there's some psychology at play here, and I don't think the coach of the Lakers is going to be happy until he gets that technical, just to make his point.
It's possible. He got one last week.
He's adamant that he's not being listened to.
Well, the calls aren't coming, and I understand 4 seconds, and there goes blocked by Hurley again. Good timing.
Nice block by Billy Hurley to avoid the contact, make a nice block.
And this is halftime.
We end the
line
halftime
over here, and we're going to chit-chat for a moment. Now, Brad Benton alongside Dana Brown here. Lakers, like you said, 15-4 run to open up this score. Was 10-10 at the first for a combo of 20. I did nail that. And Go Ref Go was dumbfounded that he missed it. Yeah. But the Sixers, they're rotating the ball well. They're moving it. The point guard is looking for them. The Lakers, you called it. They're missing too many open layups. They're not using the glass. Sixers relying on a three too much. What do the Sixers need to do to come back?
Well, the Sixers are exhibiting no patience at all on offense. They're coming down and they're just jacking up the first open shot. And the Lakers are just too athletic to do that against. So I think the Sixers, to get back into this game, have to come down, take some air out of the ball, work it around, not rely on the three-pointers so much, go inside. If not, it's 25-14 now. I think it'll be a blowout. It'll be worse than that in the second half if the Lakers keep it up.
Well, that's quite possible. Lakers just keep pounding it down low. They got the size, they got the speed. We're going to see what happens in the second half. Go Ref Go's wrapping us up. Chris DeVega's pimping his jacket. It's nice and comfortable in here. Why he's wearing a coat, I don't know, but he looks good. So we'll see you in the second half. Yes? Welcome back to second half action. Brad Benton, Dana Brown. Go Ref Go behind the camera. And the Sixers, Lakers 15-4 run in the second quarter opened it up. Seems that Coach Amos has calmed down just a little for the time being. We're going to see how that transpires. Reverend Bernard Stroud over there talking to Will the Thrill. Both church-going folks. The horn somewhat worked. Okay, we're working on something. The clock's still down. We're going old school with the flipboard.
I did hear the horn, though, so maybe that's a good
we heard the horn earlier,
sign.
But yes.
It was a little bit of a disjointed first half without the scoreboard, without the clock. Kenny Mazonson yelling for help on the scorebook. I'm going with full moon again.
Full moon? I'm going with Dave Ref. And we see on the now helping on the scoreboard area is the Latin devastator, Chris DeVega. And Jimmy Nguyen, your favorite,
I would love to
hits
see,
his third three.
I would love to see what the time on the clock was, because I don't think 3 seconds went off the clock in the second half. He launched it and it went in. So.
Yes, but that's what he did last time. He hit his 2 out of his first 3 and then missed the next 2 or 3 he shot. There goes Bailey trying to match it, and it's for Staten.
Nice move.
He used the glass.
Nice move.
Oh, he kicked the heels. He kicked the
Casey
heels.
Staten.
Oh, God, here we go. He's back. Nguyen trying to get his three
Jimmy
off. The
looking at-
Sixers don't need threes. You're
Jimmy-
losing. Just play fundamental
Oh,
basketball.
here goes another three.
Escobar's a flat shooter, line drives. Nice
Nice
anticipation
steal.
by Santini. Oh, a terrible shot, though. Sammy Jean gets hammered.
Jean. Nice
Stolen by
steal.
Santini. Another three.
Another three.
He's
Another
hit a
miss.
few threes. He does have the range.
Donnell Bailey with a nice move behind his back, using the sideline between his legs. An
Alicon.
effective dribble.
Travel, no, gets away with a nice pass. 40 years, got at least 10 points today.
40-year
He
is
made his name in the paper this week.
old school basketball. Go inside, catch it, and make a basket.
Santini with that floating shot that just does not work. Trying to go on the much bigger Billy here. No good. Hickey, but
Hickey.
he's got to hit those. I love Sean Hickey. He's one of my favorite people down here. I keep telling him every week, you got to shoot more, kid. He's only got 2 points the entire season. Ooh, tough pass to Nguyen.
Oh, that.
Nice pass to Hurley for the layup. Hickey had his back to the offensive man. There's no way he can defend that.
Again, the Sixers are coming down, shooting really quickly, and that just feeds into the Lakers' rebound and run. Another three. And here come the Lakers again. Oh,
Nice
great
pass to
look away.
Fortier.
Fortier for the two.
12 out of the 33 go to 40, yeah.
Great no look. Great no look. And the Sixers, I don't know if you saw that, but the Sixers passed it inbounds, passed it out of bounds, passed it back inbounds. A lot of confusion there, and now it's Lakers ball. And it was all 5 Sixers trying to
And
bring the
Hickey's
ball in,
coming
and
out.
they couldn't.
Staten to Bailey. Nice pass to Fortier.
Wow. Bailey to Fortier just absolutely tearing apart the Sixers here. That's got to be a 5th or 6th time Bailey has dumped off to Fortier for a easy basket.
No food or drink in the gym.
Donnell Bailey. Donnell Bailey again. Might have been a little bit of a hit on that, but no call.
Nope, trying to feed the middle, Bailey. Sammy Jean to Santini. Santini, oh, the Sixers had to break a
Sixers
3-on-2.
just can't get out of their own way today. It's
Coughlin can't
unfortunate
hold
they're
that
playing hard, but they're just a little bit helter-skelter today, and it's starting to show on the scoreboard here. 35-17 Lakers. As another slice of pizza just walked by the booth here. Clearly in violation of the no food rule at the fairway.
Yep.
Donnell Bailey with a major league 3, and now it's
Just as I
38,
say, his outside shot ain't falling.
38-17.
Nguyen wants a 3, but he's only 3 for 7, I think. Sixers finally show a little patience. They just can't catch the ball. That's what it is. Nor choose high field goal percentage shooting. Alicon slowed down. Santini did.
Great hustle by Santini to come back into the play. Alicon had a breakaway layup, but Santini down 21 points, not giving up, and coming right to the end.
The great Santini. Great movie. Staten
Casey
trying
Staten.
misses the bunny. I got a 3-second violation. They're not calling it.
Wow, great call by the Sixers.
What rule book do you own? Someone needs to pie him. Yeah, he likes lemon meringue. So if anybody down there wants to come down and smash a lemon meringue pie in referee Dave's face, we're all for it. I think he would be too.
You're the only one.
really a contrast in coaching styles here as you see the animated Lakers coaching staff still working their kids up 21, and Cliff Williams just quietly talking to his kids down 21. Wondering when the Lakers are going to go to their bench a little bit here, up 21.
And on the bench is two of their starters. Wen Zhu is on the bench, and Mike Almeida are on the bench. They're doing this with two bench players at least.
Well, they're doing it well because I have to tell you.
Here come the starters.
Here come two folks off the bench, but two very good players. So I don't think there'll be any let up here for the Lakers.
Alicon sits in Fortier. Fortier is a starter, so they're leaving in Staten. So 4 of the 5 are their starters.
And this kid Fortier has just been a lunch pail garbage player today, making every basket inside off the glass.
Ooh, that was close to a travel.
Yep.
Bailey for 3. No, opts to pass it to Hurley, who turns in. Big body.
Billy Hurley just willing that one up.
Oh, it's a foul.
Some good sportsmanship
Hurley picks
there.
him back up.
Billy Hurley lifting Jimmy Nguyen off the ground and helping him up after fouling him hard. Coach of the Lakers mocking the process a little bit here today. I'm not sure.
He's asking for an apology. That is true. He asked Wen Zhu to apologize to Billy Hurley for not beating him to the spot. Hence, Hurley got the foul when it should have been Wen's. See, now Billy Hurley giving it back to Wen.
Nice move.
See, Hurley shows no ill will without the apology.
Nice move.
Still loving the Laker camp.
And the thing coaches I think could like about Wen Zhu is that he does all of his playing without talking. He appears to just play.
Almeida finally gets that layup down.
Almeida, and that's Donnell Bailey's 7th or 8th beautiful assist today. He's just looking for other players. Has that no look down to a science.
Oops.
Blake Coughlin coming back off an injury, by the way.
Not a coat hanger. Except for Sean. Yeah, you can take it. No. He has to take one.
I think
we got a Sixers squad that's just
Billy Hurley disputed
overmatched.
that last call, and I think the comment he made about Jimmy Nguyen was, come on, he only weighs 20 pounds. So, little reference there to Jimmy Nguyen's frail frame.
Well, he's at the Malden High games working up a sweat too much, and he's constantly losing weight.
And to his credit, Jimmy has been able to attend all of the Malden High games this year, unlike last year where midway through the season he was banned as a fan at Malden High School for his behavior. But he's come a long way and is now Malden High School's super fan for this school year.
Well, good for him. At least he's got something going for him.
From worst to first.
Escobar coming up. Oh, bad pass to De Oliveira.
And after
Really
what
nice
a great pass.
Blocked by Coughlin, but a foul.
After a great start by the Sixers, 10-10 at the end of the first quarter. They've only scored 9 points since that quick start.
34-9 outburst by the Lakers on the giddy up, basically. Everything on the fast break, being led by Donnell Bailey. They opted to not continue shooting threes. When they did, it was the right time to shoot them, and Bailey hit both of his. Wenzu saying fundamentally sound. Him and Hurley working well together. And now we're going to see what happens. The Lakers are up 27 points.
Very interesting dynamic
points.
here with the coaches,
27.
too. Coach Stroud here clearly not paying any attention to a coaching box or the bench.
No, he's just out of control.
Roaming the sidelines, coaching on the fly.
And he's got bad knees. You figured he'd sit down and relax.
It's an interesting dynamic as he's
I
using
just
the whole
want to see how
gym
the
to
bench
coach.
looks when they come in. Now, the Sixers are having problems holding on to the ball. Wen having problems looking for his other teammate. Little Sammy Jean rips down the rebound. Oh, he goes outside. Poor decision.
Over the back, good call.
Wenzu, 5 fouls means bye-bye.
Wenzu. Nancy, you definitely walked by us with food.
Mr. Brown saw it. We got it on camera.
The good news is
reported on the newspaper.
The good news is there is no school punishment. There's no detention or anything. So, well, thank you for doing that.
You owe Dana a slice. She's not a litter bug. We got that down. Okay, we'll give her that. How crooked is that tripod?
It's not crooked at all. Well, the tripod is, but believe it or not, it's level.
Really?
Yeah.
The white line looks like going one corner to the other.
Trust me, it's level.
All right, well, whatever. Go Rip goes the man behind the camera. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about.
Looking at it at an angle.
I am, but it looks crooked. Okay, if it's not good. Coughlin for 3.
Susie actually goes to Staff's
Oh, right there.
Oh.
Good defense there by Escobar. And stolen by Jean. Throws it to no one, but Nguyen ends up with it. And he gets hammered by
Jimmy
Vilsaint.
Nguyen. Hard to believe that there's not a foul call on that one.
Nguyen for an air ball 3. I don't care if it
Just
barely hit the rim, it's
grazed
still an
the
air ball.
front of the rim.
Bailey having fun with it now. Oh, one pass too many.
Wow. It worked out well for the Lakers, but I'm not sure Johnny Vilsaint planned that one.
No, that was
Sort
definitely
of
an
threw
accident.
it into the middle of the floor. Casey Staten, alert, picked it up and scored.
Escobar hits a
There's
3.
a 3.
They finally break the double-digit mark since the first quarter.
Blake Coughlin grabs him by the arm. Sammy Jean asking out.
Sean Hickey coming in, third-year senior. Coming in to do some damage on the boards, hopefully. Hurley at the line is in the top 10 on the free throws this year.
Nice form. Team like the Lakers might be able to do a little damage in the playoffs when you have guys like Hurley and Donnell Bailey and Wenzu who can all shoot free throws, get to the line.
Very fundamentally sound,
Yeah.
strong 3. They have, like I said, a spark plug in Joseph. They have 40 doing the work that other people just don't want to do. Big foul by Hurley. Sorry, Billy Hurley is not in the free throws, but he is in the top 10 in scoring. He's number 9, averaging 9.9.
And it looks like the Pistons with Ricky Douglas, another terrific athlete, appear to be the team to beat.
Yes.
As they have remained, I believe, undefeated for
unblemished, 10-0. But the Sixers did the same thing last year. They went
That's
12-0, lost their last 2, but ended up winning the title.
Sure.
The Pistons are hoping to not be like the Patriots and go to the playoffs, get there 14-0, go to the playoffs and lose. That was the Sixers last year, 12-0. Then they lost their last 2 of the regular season.
Very impressed with the ball movement today by the Lakers. They're doing a nice job sharing the wealth.
I know. Yes, Go Rifko was asking what happened with a team that pretty much won all their games. Ooh, Staten almost knocked it in for the Sixers. A foul and a hook shot for Coughlin. And one. The Sixers are not dying. They're not laying down.
Sixers are playing hard. They haven't made a lot of shots today, but they are working hard. Andy Robinson still up yelling. His team is up 30.
That's what Andy does. You did say a very huge contrast in coaching styles.
Huge contrast.
You mentioned it earlier how they were pulling each individuals around. Well, Andy Robinson, never happy. He's a Miami Dolphin fan, so you got to give him that. So he's a miserable kid. The basket went in, so the basket counts. There's a little confusion on a violation. Referee Dave did not call violation. The basket's good.
I believe we had a three-point play. We had a basket and a free throw. The confusion was on whether a second shot would be taken, but obviously not with a made basket. So Jimmy Nguyen. Donnell Bailey fooling with it a little too much.
De Oliveira trying to get by Bailey, but he can't. Nice pass from Bailey to... Will he blow the bunny? No. That's the end of the quarter.
That's the end.
So we have a 54-26 lead.
54.
I believe Donnell Bailey will stay on the court, and they're going to bring in most of the bench. The Sixers, on the other hand, technically this game is not over. There's still a good 10 minutes left, 4-minute stop time. The Sixers have shown, sparks of life. 54-26 combo of 80, yes. Go Rifko is not Mike, so he's not eligible to get that. Darn it. What's he doing getting odd number 10s?
Well, you got the easy one early, which is odd for you. So.
Which I didn't get till you mentioned it. It was 10-10.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, yeah.
But I didn't say the combo.
No, you didn't. You're the one who paid me attention to it because I thought it was 11-10. But either way, we have 54-26. Laker lead.
Saint leaving.
Oh, Hurley. Oh, well, they got 3 starters in. Hurley, Bailey, Fortier, starters. Alarcon and Joseph, non-starters in the game.
I'm a little surprised with the 5 players who are out on the floor, just based on the score, 54-26. I don't see the Sixers coming back from this.
Now, all the Lakers have to do is pretty much play catch,
and
wait for an open shot, and then take it.
And
no hurry.
I think the Lakers are going into some type of North Carolina 4 corners here. They're passing the ball around the perimeter, not interested in attacking.
That's a smart move. You could hold the ball for 10 minutes in that little zone right there, and they can't call a whistle. Oh, backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation.
You should always catch the ball with 2 hands.
Andy Robinson out on the floor, showing in detail how to run a play.
3 by De Oliveira. Pass to Hickey. Go up, Sean, to Coughlin. Bad shot. I think Coughlin had flashbacks of that one-on-one, and he got scared.
Coughlin, who plays into that old coaching adage, he only shoots when he has it.
That's true. He hasn't seen a shot he hasn't liked yet.
That's right.
Now the Lakers have Vilsaint Staten on the bench. I'm sure they'll be coming in at some time.
Sure.
Timeout Gold. And Donnell Bailey not happy
A
with that.
little bit of a moan from his own team as the coach calls a timeout for the Lakers.
I think they don't want to come out of the game.
Up 30.
Yeah, up a total of 28 points, and the 3 starters are still in the game. Coach Amos playing it safe, doesn't want to make sure nothing falls apart. The Sixers falling apart on their own by opting to keep shooting threes and not hitting them. I think they've hit a total of 5 out of their 20 attempts. The Latin devastator, Chris DeVega of the Kings, down there keeping the stat book. He thought he'd be he wanted to be voted the king of Malden High School when he was in high school. He told me that you absolutely loved him. You were probably one of his favorite students of all time, and that you should have given him an award for something. He wants to be known as the prettiest and the best and the most well-dressed. But I told him he ain't got a shot at it. A nice steal by Stantini. And blows the bunny.
Great steal. And unfortunately, again,
that is the story of the Sixers
that
today.
That does define their game today. The
Bailey
Sixers,
playing with him now.
The Sixers have played hard. They've been quick to the ball. They've been aggressive. They just haven't been able to make shots. And now here again, the Lakers going into their own version of the North Carolina four corners.
And Hurley takes his three.
Though,
there you go, up 28, shooting threes.
We're going to shoot threes.
Billy Hurley shoot another one.
No. Donnell Bailey to 40 here.
Good fake, nice up fake. I don't know if I understand that strategy. Up 30, shooting threes.
56-26.
He should be taken out.
And actually, he ain't going to hit a three, so it's better off for the Sixers if he did shoot it.
You heard it first, right here, right on the bench. They have no faith in his threes.
I'll tell you what. ESPN with their mic on the coach has nothing on this crew as we get the play-by-play right from the coach as it's happening.
See, now what he should do is take him out and discipline him and make him apologize to the team. Coach Ames is a very apologetic coach.
I've
always wants his team to communicate.
I've learned something today.
I don't know if Wenzu ever did apologize for that, though.
There is a danger in sort of toying with teams and playing with teams because you don't know if you're ever going to see them again in the playoffs or again in the regular season.
A three.
And so trying to show teams up there's always a danger.
That it is. Sean Fortier having one heck of a game today. Now see, they're up 30. I would take them out. There's no need for Bailey and Hurley to be in the game anyway.
And having followed this league for a number of years, both on cable and through the news, you can go back many occasions where teams were upset by teams that they beat badly during the regular
especially down
season.
Here, there's a lot of grudges.
So
the 2000 and
up 32 is not the time to be hurting other players
immediately,
emotionally,
take them out of the game.
physically. Right. Could come back to haunt you later on in the season.
It could. It could haunt you next year, too, that people remember it.
That's right.
You mentioned he follows the league through the news, where you get the news on MNBL 19.
Oh, yes, you can.
And I don't tell a lot of people this, but I do watch the show on cable.
Good for you. Around the Rim on every Thursday, 7:30 live with Nesta Dudley.
The only thing I refuse to watch, and I hope I'm not upsetting anybody, there's this guy on once a week. He's got all of these little figurines, these wrestling figurines on the table. I haven't been able to watch a whole show. So
that is unheard of nonsense. That is an award-winning show.
I've heard that.
That is 10 years in the making. 10-year anniversary for that show. Wrestling Center, 1.tripod.com you can go to and watch the episode online.
Exactly what I was talking about. We have Sixers grabbing the Lakers. We have guys on the Lakers bench screaming, and
the funny part was the two Sixers grabbed the Laker. The Laker never fell, but both Sixers fell. Kevin Alacon is a man beast. He just threw two people off his back. Hurley inside in the paint. No good the first one. There you go,
nice.
Joseph. Nice pass.
Nice.
Joseph still hustling. Little man underneath.
Nice pass.
Alacon stole it from Hurley. He said, "This is me." Now, hopefully he's making a sub.
I think here the subs come.
Giolivera for three, no good. Normally he can hit them. Giolivera is one of the Sixers that does have that three-point range. Alacon stops, pops, no good.
Donnell Bailey doing everything in his power to get his teammates baskets here. Really shearing the well, making nice passes. Ooh.
I don't know why Dickie Solis is not in this game. 4 minutes left in the game. Up 30.
He may be
Dickie
nursing
Solis
an
should be in
injury.
the game.
Well-deserved rest for these three Lakers who up 30 with 4 minutes to go. Fine exhibition. Now the Sixers aren't going to stand around and watch the four corners. They're going to go man-to-man.
Sixers got the ball. Nguyen bringing the ball up over to Escobar. Santini for three. No good. They've taken at least 23s today. Nice pass to Nguyen, who almost blew the bunny. He got a little nervous.
Jimmy gets one. That's the shortest shot he's ever made.
We got to get him to come down here with his
Sixers
hair
not playing,
painted.
not giving up though. They're playing hard right to the end here.
Yep,
couple of minutes to go.
The Sixers will never lay down. Cliff Williams will not allow that.
That's true.
He is the three for Alarcon. Now we know for a fact that was not designed, nor was he told to shoot that. And Coach Amos is visibly upset.
Wow.
Kevin Alarcon knows he's going to get yelled at.
Up.
Coach Amos was very adamant about no more threes. He's told them time and time again.
Now the coach.
And they're continuing to shoot them.
I'm going to say I've been following basketball for a long time, and that really, from a coaching standpoint with your fellow coaches, that's a no-no. Up 30, and one of your kids taking a three with a couple of minutes to go, that's really unheard of. And yeah.
Yes.
So that's why
we're making the statement that he did not ask them to shoot.
Here. Yeah, that's why the timeout is here, and he is really after his kid, saying, don't embarrass the other team, don't mock them, don't be shooting threes with 2 minutes to go in the game.
And we've heard him. I'm sure the mic has picked him up. He yelled it many times. No more threes.
No threes. And somebody didn't get that memo.
I guess not. And the sad part is it's not only just shooting the three. He shot it, and it looked perfect from the release. You need that when you're down. You don't need it when you're up this big. That hurts worse.
Now, on the other hand,
another one.
The Sixers will continue to fire up threes.
Almeida getting trapped. Good defense by the Sixers. Escobar wide open. Nice pass to Coughlin, who bobbled it. Blows the bunny.
Blake Coughlin.
And Coughlin's asking for the foul when he just blew a bunny. You should be more embarrassed than asking for a foul.
Blake Coughlin, that old snake bit term, just has not been able to buy a basket today.
He saw you in the building, and I think he's shaking. A push by Coughlin.
I've been told I do have that effect, although I am not.
You make people shake?
I am not in my own school today, so I cannot give out any detentions or suspensions.
But you can say, you can warn the people and say, hey, I'm watching you now. I see what you do outside.
I can do that.
That'll make them shiver even more.
Or I could blow them up on cable TV, which is far worse.
That is true. You do have a microphone. And you got 2 more games to do, so you got plenty of talking. Ooh, there's a foul by Staten.
Oh. It's got to be something.
And I'm quite shocked that the Sixers bench is very quiet. Dickie Solis is in his jacket and pants. Something must have happened where he did not want to go back in the game. Next game, the Celtics, who are never say die, athletic, quick, and just underachievers, overachieving. I mean, no one expected this team to do what they're doing. They don't have a lot of wins, but they have some wins, and no one expected them to. They just play hard from start to finish. Coach Magic, Evans Riviere, the Celtics, does have a title under his belt in 2007. You were alluding to earlier, when a team is trying to embarrass someone, the Celtics are the perfect example. And they ran up scores on people on purpose. There were grudges. People knew what was, they were trying to do it. They were pressing with 3 minutes to go, up 30. Now the Celtics are on the other end of the stick. They've only got a few wins this year. No one expected them to get 3. They expected them to win maybe 1. But the Celtics do play the Kings next game. Kings were on a 4-game win streak. After starting the season 0-4, they won 4 straight. Lost last week to the Pistons by 10. The score was a lot closer than what it should have been due to the last second passing around. The Kings knew they lost, so a couple quick layups 10 seconds ago. Either way, the Celtics versus the Kings are next. Then they follow up with a, who's the third game here? I got it right in front of me. You will be with Nestor Dudley next. Third game is the Pistons versus the Sonics. That game right there is going to be a huge game because the Sonics are tied for second right now. Well, half a game now behind the Lakers.
This was a big win for the Lakers.
Big win for the Lakers. Now the Lakers are obviously hoping for a Sonic loss, but you still want to see those Pistons get their first loss. So this is going to be a tough game for you to call in the third one. Might have all 3 of us in the booth. Nguyen going for his 21st attempt at the 3. Well, you know, if you play Nguyen one-on-one, it's going to be a battle of 3s. Third game.
The Lakers.
Alacon outruns
Kevin
the Oliveira.
Alacon. Nice drive to the basket.
And that's what the Lakers needed. They don't need 3s.
Sixers had plenty of opportunities to cover him. They didn't cover him. (63-33) with less than a minute to go.
Alacon trying to feed Vilsaint. Behind the back to Joseph. Staten stolen by Escobar. Got to go with him, Nguyen. Alacon, nice hustle. Ooh, he near tripped him up. Good hustle by the Sixers. Never say die. They're still doing what they have to do. It was an even Steven by the numbers, but obviously by the records we know it was a lot better. 20-point lead, right? 53-33.
I think the 6 is broken on the scoreboard. So
okay, that's
63-33.
All right.
30-point win for the.
All right, so it's 63-33 for a combo of a lot. There's a combo of 100 right there. 63-34. That's a.
97.
I don't lose
Clearly
points.
not a
I'm
Malvern High
making up
School
my own
graduate.
numbers. Somebody caught it because I just said a combo of a lot. No one caught that. Now the Lakers
Voice
just
of reason
kill the
here,
clock.
yelling for the team to hold the ball.
3, 2, 1. Blows the bunny anyway.
Kevin Alacon goes in.
And that is the end of the game. We go back out
Mercifully
here.
over.
Back out here, MNBL action. Bradworth Benton, Dana Brown, go ref go. The Lakers pretty much manhandled them in the second half. 33 points going from 14 at the half. And the Lakers just annihilated them on the fast breaks, keyed by Donnell Bailey. The down low play, the garbage man, as you call it, Sean Fortier, just pretty much excelled them to a lead that the Sixers knew they couldn't come back from. Relying on the 3 is going to kill any team all the time. And the Lakers going down low knew exactly what they had to do. So a big win for the Lakers. What'd you see in the game? It just a lot of mishaps.
Outstanding play by the Lakers. Too athletic, too physical, too good for the Sixers. Donnell Bailey leading the way with inside play from Fortier and Billy Hurley. So I really think as the season progresses here, the Lakers are one of those quiet, good teams that could pose a lot of problems for somebody in the postseason.
Well, I totally agree with that. The Lakers could cause a lot of problems in the playoffs. They are pretty much going. I think one more win, they lock a spot. Pistons have already locked first and a playoff spot by defeating the Lakers last Sunday. So for Bradworth Benton, Dana Brown, who will be at the next game, the Kings versus the Celtics, doing commentary with Nessa Dudley and Go Ref Go. We will see you at the next games.